For many truck and SUV owners, the words Ford 10-speed transmission already carry baggage. Harsh shifts, delayed engagement, sudden downshifts, clunks that feel more like drivetrain lash than software logic. After years of updates, recalibrations, and revised components, many believe the worst was finally behind us. That optimism didn't last long. As 2026 models reached real-world mileage, reports of valve body failure began stacking up again, eerily similar to what drivers experienced earlier in the life of Ford's 10-speed automatic. Independent transmission specialists, dealership technicians, and fleet operators are now confirming what many feared. The core issue never fully went away. This isn't internet panic or isolated anecdotes. The evidence is mechanical, repeatable, and expensive. A quick refresher. Why the 10-speed exists at all Fords. 10-speed automatic was engineered to solve multiple problems at once. More gears promised, better fuel economy through tighter ratios, improved towing performance, faster acceleration without sacrificing highway efficiency. On paper, it worked. In controlled testing, the transmission delivered impressive numbers, but as veteran transmission engineer Mark Ellison puts it, 10 gears leave almost no room for hydraulic inconsistency. When tolerances drift even slightly, the whole system feels it. And that's where the trouble begins, what the valve body actually does and why it matters. The valve body is the hydraulic brain of an automatic transmission. It routes pressurized fluid to engage clutches, control shift timing, and manage gear transitions. In a 10-speed, this task becomes exponentially more complex. Unlike older 4- or 6-speed automatics, the 10-speed relies on rapid solenoid actuation, extremely tight hydraulic tolerances, constant adaptive learning via software. When the valve body begins to wear, stick, or leak internally, symptoms show up fast, and they don't stay subtle. Confirmed 2026 symptoms owners are reporting. By mid-2025, technicians across multiple regions began noticing the same pattern. Vehicles arrive with complaints that sound software-related, but diagnostics tell a different story. Common symptoms include hard 2 to 3 or 3 to 4 shifts, especially when cold, delayed engagement when shifting from park to drive or reverse, sudden downshifts at highway speeds, shuddering under light throttle, transmission overheating warnings with no external leaks. Crucially, many of these vehicles already had the latest software updates installed. That's the red flag. Why software can't fix this one? Ford has leaned heavily on software updates to address drivability complaints. Adaptive learning, revised shift maps, and pressure control logic have all helped mask issues, but masking isn't fixing. Transmission rebuilder Luis Hernandez explains it bluntly. Software can compensate for wear only until the hydraulic leak rate exceeds the solenoid's ability to correct pressure. Once that happens, no update will save it. In 2026 cases, teardown inspections reveal scored valve bores, worn pressure regulator valves, solenoid packs compensating beyond designed limits. At that point, replacement, not recalibration, is the only solution. What changed in 2026 and why it still failed? Ford did revise components over the years. Materials were updated, calibration logic improved, manufacturing tolerances tightened. But experts point to one unavoidable reality. The design is operating too close to its tolerance ceiling. With 10 gears sharing overlapping clutch packs, even minor hydraulic inconsistencies amplify across the system. Heat accelerates wear. Towing loads push pressure thresholds. Stop-and-go driving compounds solenoid fatigue. Transmission engineer Dr. Alan Pierce notes, this isn't a single defective part. It's a system that has very little margin for error once real-world variables enter the picture. Vehicles most commonly affected. While the 10-speed is used across multiple platforms, failures are most frequently reported in high-load or mixed-use vehicles, including full-size pickups, body-on-frame SUVs, fleet and commercial vehicles, trucks used for towing or hauling. That doesn't mean lighter vehicles are immune, but duty cycle clearly matters. The cost reality owners are facing. Once a valve body failure is confirmed, the repair path is rarely cheap. Typical outcomes include valve body replacement with updated part, solenoid pack replacement, complete transmission teardown for inspection. In severe cases, full transmission replacement. Even under warranty, downtime can stretch into weeks due to parts availability. Outside warranty, repair bills routinely climb into four figures. Independent shops warn that ignoring early symptoms almost always leads to cascading damage. Why this keeps hurting Ford's reputation? From a brand perspective, the issue cuts deep. Ford's trucks are built on a reputation of durability. When the powertrain becomes the weak link, customer trust erodes fast. Automotive industry analyst Rachel Monroe explains, "Buyers can forgive tech glitches. They don't forgive drivetrain failures, especially when they feel déjà vu from past problems." The frustration isn't just about breakdowns. It's about expectation. Owners believed the 10-speed issues were solved. The 2026 confirmations reopen wounds many thought were healed. Is Ford acknowledging the problem? As of now, there is no blanket recall. Instead, the approach remains consistent with previous years. Technical service bulletins, updated replacement components, case-by-case warranty handling. From a legal standpoint, that makes sense. From an owner's perspective, it feels like history repeating itself. Expert consensus: what needs to change long-term? Most transmission specialists agree on one thing: incremental fixes won't end the cycle. Long-term solutions would require further valve body redesign with more wear-resistant materials, reduced reliance on adaptive pressure compensation, simplified hydraulic pathways, or, fundamentally, fewer gear ratios under heavy-duty use. Some insiders quietly suggest Ford's future strategy may move away from extreme gear counts and work-focused applications. What owners can do right now? If you own or are considering a 2026 Ford with the 10-speed, experts recommend: pay attention to early shift behavior. Document symptoms immediately. Avoid aggressive towing until issues are evaluated. Push for mechanical inspection, not just software updates. Catching valve body wear early can mean the difference between a targeted repair and a full transmission replacement. The bigger picture. The return of confirmed valve body failures doesn't mean every 2026 Ford will fail. Many will run flawlessly for years, but the fact that the issue is back at all speaks volumes. The 10-speed automatic remains a technological achievement, but one that may have overreached practical limits. Until Ford decisively addresses the hydraulic core of the transmission, the nightmare won't truly end. And for many owners, that's the hardest shift of all, trusting that this time will be different.